Hey kids, hey parents, glad that you guys are tuning in, and I hope your week is off to a good start. Well, this week we're going to continue moving on through the New Testament in Jesus' life, and early in his ministry, he came to his cousin, John, to get baptized. Now, other people were coming because they were turning from their sin, and they were responding to John's preaching, but Jesus didn't have any sin to turn from. And actually, John said, no, this should be the other way around. But see, they were out there in the Jordan River, and Jesus said, no, this is what we need to do to fulfill all righteousness. Because Jesus said, this is what the Father wants me to do. He was standing with sinners saying, I'm on their side. I'm here for them. He became one of us, and he went through the things that sinners go through. Well, he went out there into the water, and he was baptized. And then Mark tells us that the heavens were ripped open. And so I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. And the Holy Spirit came down like a dove. And then God spoke from heaven and said, this is my son, and I am well pleased with him. It was like a meeting of the Trinity, and it was saying that this is what God is doing in history now to come save his people. And it was an important thing. Well, then Jesus went out to the wilderness because the Holy Spirit drove him out there so he could be tempted and tried, and he came out on top. See, Adam, remember, he got tested with food, and Israel was out in the desert, and they got tested with food and other things, and they failed. Well, Jesus went out there, and he gets tested by Satan with food and other things, and he came out on top. He did it for us so that he could save us. But see, baptism now is something that we do. Jesus commanded it because it shows what Jesus has done for us, but also in us. See, people that get baptized, in the New Testament at least, were people who had heard the good news about Jesus, they had turned from their sin, and they had trusted in him. And it was their way of showing publicly, I'm with Jesus. They had put on the team jersey for Team Jesus. And so that's what baptism is about. So as they go under the water, it's like they've been buried with Christ, and then they've been raised to walk in a new way of life by his Spirit. That water doesn't make it happen. It's just water from the city. But it's a symbol of what has happened, a big picture of what has already happened. Like this wedding ring. This is important to me because this is a symbol of the promise that I've made my wife and that she's made to me. I could get a ring, but it doesn't mean I'm married. But this ring has a special connection. It's a picture of the commitment my wife and I had to each other. Well, this caution tape, we can hang this up, and it can tell us to, watch out, something's going on. But it doesn't mean that there may not actually be a problem. But if there really is a problem, then it serves a good purpose, and it's a symbol of, watch out, there is something going on here. And baptism is like that. It's a picture of something that God has done in us and what he's done for us. So those are some things for you guys to talk about as a family, to understand baptism and think about what Jesus has done for us. Have you trusted him? You need to obey him. I'd like to talk to you about that more if you've got questions, you and your family. Now, as we go, I've got one more thing for you, and it's sort of the word/question of the week, and that is, in what river did Jesus get baptized? All right, guys, I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.